Our coaches made some really good adjustments in the second half, and then our players did a nice job of taking it out on the field. Kansas, their adjustment defensively in the third quarter was blitz. They came out and brought pressure on first down from the safety position. Had a nice scheme, and then we had to adjust again after that. Defensively, we started to drop some down linemen, show more pressure and back out, and for that reason we were able to force some turnovers. And as you guys know, this game, most of the games we play at this level for everybody are about turnovers, limiting big plays, and being sound in special teams. And our special teams were excellent today. We kicked the ball well, we covered well, and we made those adjustments at halftime. Kansas made a decision to play a guy over the top of James today, and limited his ability to get the ball, which allowed us to run the football. And then your slot receiver, which is McCleskey, gets essentially man coverage, for lack of a better term. So adjustments we made were good. You know, there are no easy wins. Each week they're tough, no matter where you're at. I think that Coach Beatty and those guys have done a good job. They're considerably better than they were last year, in my opinion. There's just the integral part of the game that we watch in detail, and then seeing them, they've made really good strides. So they should be congratulated for that. I was happy for Ben Grogan becoming the all-time leading scorer. It's a great accomplishment for him. He's a great young man, hard worker, self-motivated. It's a great team award. Obviously, you have to score a lot or get in position to score a lot for him to break that record. So, ready to pack it up and head home and relax this evening, and then get ready for West Virginia tomorrow.
What did you think of the Osborne interception and then the next interception with all the laterals too?
We've become the lateral kings. I guess we'll probably make national media. I was okay with one. I'm not sure how many we actually lateraled because I lost sight of the ball 4 times maybe.
Stearns lateral to Taylor lateral to Owens.
3 times. I'd vote for 1 lateral and then tuck it away and get what you can get. It's almost like Villy and Mote have been teaching them how to play rugby. But the turnovers were very important. Nice play by DQ, an important part of the game. 10-point game, I think, when he makes his interception on the all drop look.
That was not, you probably haven't had a chance to see the replay, obviously. It was not an easy catch. He had to twist and turn and catch it over his shoulder.
Right. He really showed good hands.
You know that about him?
Well, we knew he's very athletic and has quick feet, but did not know that he had that good of hands. But I agreed with you because when I watched the replay, and he threw that ball hard. He threw that ball really hard, and he just reached up and snatched it and caught it. So that's a big play in the game for us.
Mike, you get Chris Carson back this week. Justice Hill goes for over 100 yards again. Really solidified himself as that #1 back in your mind?
Yeah, he's done really well. He had 22 carries, and I see here where Chris had 8. And, you know, you guys had mentioned that last week. I would prefer about 18, 12. Justice is still young, and he was playing high school ball last year. We all know that. So, but he is exciting and can make guys miss. And I told the team in there after the game, Kyle, that the difference this year and last year was our ability to run the ball when they're protecting the pass, they're covering up for 28. At this time last year, we couldn't do that. We still have a long ways to go, but we have improved in that area, and that's given us a chance to be successful up to this point.
How do you feel Justice has improved since that Baylor game with obviously those fumbles?
He's just growing up, just more reps, and he needed last week. He needed the time off. True freshman, when you get into the latter part of October and early November, a lot of times they can hit a wall, and where they're just tired, you know, mentally and physically, they're just tired. And so he needed that. I thought he was very elusive today. I thought that, you know, he had 162, 90 of that may be after contact or after he's made somebody miss. So, and then Chris Carson was good, right? I mean, he was explosive for us, made some good runs, caught the ball, right? He was huge on the touchdown catch on 3rd and long. So those guys working together should be really good, you know, and we still have 23 and junior that we can put in there and if we need a break. So I like the direction we're heading with those guys.
Mike Mason was sacked 5 times today. Your sack numbers are up from a year ago. What do you attribute that to?
Well, twice I know that we got our eyes on the wrong guy up front and turned guys loose. And then 2 other times I know that they brought the safety from depth, brought the outside guy and brought the safety from depth. And our cowboy back got his hands on the first guy and then left him and went to the next guy, and that guy sacked our quarterback. And so that's not something that we do. We have to be very critical and clean that up. But you're not going to be able to win games getting sacked 5 times. And we have to improve in that area. I don't know how many yards we lost. Probably 30, something like that. But we'd have been close to 260, 270 yards rushing probably if it wasn't for the sacks.
Mason, I saw he had a brace on his right knee. How has he handled some of this increased contact that we've seen?
He's been the same. I didn't even know he had a brace on his right knee. I don't even know why he's wearing that, to be honest with you. I haven't heard anything about his knee. I think he's fine. You know, against Texas, he got that kind of that hip pointer that was sore, but I think he's over that now.
At the time of Osborne's interception, the offense was kind of playing uneven, and then they got a few short fields to get going. How much do you feel like you guys needed a turnover or something to set you up with a short field?
Well, that's what I was mentioning. When he caught that pass, I mean, we needed a break. As I said earlier, Kansas had come out and was pressuring us from depth on the snap, and we didn't handle it very well. It was more us than them to a certain extent. We should be better at that, and those are things that we have to improve on. But there's no question that the defense's turnovers generated a lot of excitement and got us back into the game.
You mentioned the adjustments with them taking away Washington. Going that a little deeper, do you like the way your team was able to sort of accommodate that, not being able to go to your most explosive guy?
See, that's where I was saying last year we really struggled. It just became a throw-a-thon for us. We had to throw it every down and hope that we could protect and make those catches. And that's difficult to accomplish when you're on the road. So the backs have been better. We're blocking a little bit better up front. And, you know, that gives you a chance to kind of settle down your offense and then opens up what we do best.
What do you kind of learn about your team in such a up and down, kind of all over the map game that you get to win on the road?
I think we're in good physical condition. I think that they're fresh mentally. Last week helped them. I told them that in the locker room. You know, our practices are cut back. We try to conserve energy starting in August and hope that in the end of October, November, it'll help us. And my personal opinion is that that's helped us in the last 3 or 4 games in the 3rd and 4th quarter. We play 2 defenses for the most part, rotate a lot of guys, so we're saving some legs. And I think that the system that we have in place now is working for us. And I had mentioned to the team that they need to continue to buy in. That up to this point, it's been a proven commodity and it's working. And so hopefully we can continue to play well late in the games.
You had Mote in on offense on the goal line. You've got DQ and Vince Taylor making plays. Those guys are going to want a bigger role on the offense here at some
Well,
point.
there's several of them that want to be on offense. Villy and Mote, you know, they're rugby players. So they all think that they should carry the ball and that they should throw a pass and or catch one. And we're not prepared for that much, but they are athletic guys that certainly gave us an advantage in the game today.
You have to be one of the most comfortable college coaches when a team decides to try to attempt a field goal against you guys. Another block run today.
Joe Bob Clements, you know, he's in my opinion, he's kind of the guru of the block PAT field goals. They work at it. He studies it, does a lot of video work, comes up with a plan. Earlier in the game, we tried to jump. Did you guys see that? there was times that they had kind of crawled off the ball a little bit like what Iowa State did to us. And so we had to jump in and got close, but we didn't get it. But they work hard at it, and they take a lot of pride in their ability to try to score off of the block. I thought we recovered the fumble. We were going to send our offense out and throw a pass, and then I realized they recovered the fumble, and so it was second down.
Mike, looking ahead a little bit, you got West Virginia, they're undefeated, they're beating TCU 14-0 right now. Job that Dana has done.
What quarter are they in?
First quarter, so those are,
Obviously, they're not having any problem scoring.
it's a homecoming game to get, Dana Horson's team coming back in. If you think about that game, this is one of the bigger matchups you're going to have all year.
Well, every week is. I mean, I know, they're got a chance to be undefeated, and they're ranked. They may be ranked in the top 10 in the country. So it's a big game. This is a big game if you don't win. So each week is a big game. He's done a nice job with them up there this year. The quarterback is playing well now. He's been in this system for, is this his third year now that he's used that quarterback? And so they're understanding. I think they're blocking very well. They got Wick up there and working with their O-line. And when you're an outsider looking in, I haven't watched a lot of tape, but their defense is playing really well when you just look at the numbers. That's where they're making a lot of progress, in my opinion. They got playing really well on defense.
Anything else for Coach? I'm not going to do any walk-offs, so if you have a question, now's the time. No? All right.
All right, guys.